I often hear the phrase, Pavlin, I really like to travel like you, but I have this or that reason. Well, in this video, I'm gonna tell you 5 very clear signs that you're not ready for long motorcycle trips. So if you have nothing to do, grab your favorite drink and stay with me. Welcome back, guys. The things that I will say in this video might be very hard to swallow for some of you, but this is my honest opinion based on my own experience. So feel absolutely free to disagree, dislike the video, or even unsubscribe from my channel. I'm really sorry, guys, but I'm not a politician and I don't have any plans to be in the future. My only goal is to open the eyes to those of you who would like to listen and change their lives. To the rest who prefer to dig their heads underground like ostrich, the only thing that I can say right now is good luck. The more you postpone some serious questions and ignore these clear signs, the less time you're gonna have to change anything in your life. The excuse is like an ass. Everyone has it. Sign number 1. You're not ready to go on a long trip alone. Well, you need someone with more experience to make decisions for you and take responsibility about it, right? Fair enough. But why didn't you ask for help before you get married? Or when you had the plans to make kids? Why didn't you ask them? Why you need it now? What is the difference? I don't know. Back then was different. I was young and so on and so on. And what is the difference? There is no difference. So the most important decision in your life, to get married and have family and kids, you did it alone. But now, to travel with a motorcycle, you need help. You need someone. Come on, guys. Come on. I told you that some things will be hard to swallow. But seriously, why didn't you need help back then, but you need it now? What is the real difference? Please let me know in the comment section below. I would like to read your opinion, honestly. Let me help you a little bit. If you're afraid to go alone, that means that you lack some skills, confidence, knowledge, or you just don't have the right motivation. But for your information, all of these so-called necessary skills you cannot learn or you cannot gain before you start traveling. It's like a paragraph 22. You have to make the first step to learn something. Then the second step, you learn something else. You cannot have everything at the same time before you even start traveling. Do you really believe that on my first trip I knew everything? We make mistakes because we don't have experience. But the experience comes from the mistakes that we have made in the past. Confusing, right? But don't worry, it is absolutely normal to make mistakes and learn from it and make one more step further. And today one step, tomorrow one step. Man, if I remember my first trip, wow, everything was mistake, from the motorcycle until the last piece of gear. But this is normal, just calm down. From the mistakes we actually learn and became better every single time. Well, some people never learn from their mistakes, but this is probably a topic for another video. Anyway, you might say, Pavlin, I understand all of this, but I'm afraid I don't want to take this not necessary risk. Well, my friend, the risk is the salt of life. Do you really want to eat your dish without any salt? Just try it for a couple of days and you understand what I mean. A little normal or acceptable risk is fine. It's a part of the adventure. Clear sign number 2 is that you continue buying instead of planning. You buying some so important and necessary adventure gadgets based on the opinion of other people instead of focusing on your plans and your future needs. It is so wrong because what is good for one person could be not so good or maybe disaster for another. Every trip or every destination will require a different approach or different gear, and it is way more logical first to make your plans, to prepare everything, and then to see what exactly you need to execute this trip. Because as I said, every trip and every destination will require a different approach. So instead of continue buying, start planning. Clear sign number 3, a constant need for approval from your friends, from your family, from society, social networks, your colleagues, anyone. Well, my friend, the clock is ticking. It is your life, not theirs. And all of those people are not going to live your life. You have to do it. It's your responsibility and you have to do it the best possible way. I'm not saying that you shouldn't discuss this with your wife or have permission from your family to go, but this is completely different story. It's not like a constant need for approval from someone to tell you, yeah, this is the right way, go, or someone to push you. No, you don't need all of this. Permission from your wife or your girlfriend, it's different story. And if you don't know how to do it, I have a very informative video, very old video, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years old with terrible audio, but the information inside is priceless. So if you have time, go and watch it here, and you will learn how to get a permission for your next motorcycle trip. But stop asking for approval. You don't need it. Clear sign number 4. You changing your mind too easy. Because so many people would try to discourage you, to stop you from traveling, to tell you that don't go there, it's so dangerous, or this is not a good destination, avoid this or that. And if you fall into this trap and actually cancel your trip, well, what I have to say, you're still not ready. You still need time. But let me tell you something. On all of my trips, absolutely all of them, 100%, someone tried to discourage me for something. So this is very dangerous destination, or you shouldn't go there or there. Always like that. If I was listening to people, I will never even start traveling with motorcycle. The last 2 examples that I can give you right now are from my trip to Magadan 2 years ago and the trip to South America last year. When I was preparing everything to Magadan, everyone said, no, don't go to Russia right now. This situation, political situation, the war and stuff like that is very dangerous. You're going to have a lot of problems. Guess what? 0 problems. Last year, on the way to South America, South America is a very well-known destination, but some countries like Venezuela and Brazil are unknown, and people are always afraid from the unknown situations. And so many people try to discourage me and stop me from going there. Even 5 or 6 Brazilian people told me that I shouldn't go there in any case, in any situation, especially Trans-Amazonic area and all of these BR 390 and BR 230 roads. This is the biggest equatorial jungle of the world. They said, no, you shouldn't go there because it's very dangerous, you cannot cross it. And guess what? What I did? I went there and it was fantastic. Also, I've been advised not even to swim into the rivers because they are very dangerous. You can get poisonous disease or whatever. And guess what I did? The first river that I saw, immediately jumped in. And what? Nothing. Maybe you don't know, but I'm Bulgarian. We Bulgarians are very difficult to control people. We don't mind our government, police, regulations and all of that stuff. I'm not saying that it's right, but it is what it is. We are what we are. We have always been a proud nation and suffered and will suffer all the consequences because of that. But this is not going to change us because, as I said, we are what we are. There are 2 types of people in this world, wolves and sheep. If you choose to be the second and you don't stand behind your ideas and you don't do anything that you like, there is nothing I can do for you, my friend. Plan and try, or wait and die. Clear sign number 5. You always find different excuses. As I told in the beginning of the video, I often hear the phrase, Pavlin, I would like to be like you, to travel and explore the world and so on and so forth. And when I ask back, why don't you do it? They said, well, I have a family, I have a work, I have a kids and all stuff like that. But in reality, 95% of the people that I met that asked me this, or they say this phrase, they were in better marital, financial or work situation than me. I travel, they don't. Do you know why? Me neither. Maybe they believe they're gonna live forever. They will have enough time for everything, or because the golden age will come soon and they will have enough time and money to do whatever they like, even though they might not be able. Or maybe because the society already converted them into modern slaves, who knows? I, on the other hand, will continue risking and traveling as much as possible, and maybe I will be able to complete my goal, which by the way is to see the whole world. If I cannot, I can say that I tried. A friend asked me once, am I not afraid that on one of my trips I can crash and die? And my answer to this was, yes, I might, but at least I will do what I love to do, and if I die, I won't be a burden to all people around me. Ciao!